Today, you and I are going to attempt to be responsible adults and talk about finances. So I'll show you how I manage my money as a young entrepreneur and break down my personal business finances as well as some of my finance goals. We're even going to get into all the little things like the apps I use and the bank accounts and why. We'll also take a look at my income, expenses, investments. But before we do that, I have to clarify none of this is financial advice, not even in the slightest. Actually, if you're an accountant watching this, you're probably going to cringe. I'm a 20-year-old real estate agent and YouTuber, and for all I know, I could be going about this wrong. But so far, this is what I've been doing, and it's been working out. I'm a simple guy in all aspects of my life, and that includes finances. I like to keep things fairly simple because, frankly, I just don't have the willpower to be super technical about my money. So the way that I do that is by having 6 different bank accounts, 2 investment accounts, a couple credit cards, which now that I say out loud doesn't sound as simple as I made it out to be, but hear me out. As an entrepreneur, it's pretty crucial to separate, your business and personal finances, so you avoid any legal or tax problems in the future. So at Ally Bank, I have a personal checking account where I receive income. There I also pay bills, pay expenses, save, spend, and then send money to invest. At Ally Bank, I also have 4 more accounts. One checking account where I receive my real estate commission checks, pay out my realtor dues and fees and all that kind of stuff that I have to do monthly. And then I also have a savings account to save money for tax season from my real estate business. The other 2 accounts at Ally Bank are for my YouTube channel. It's the exact same thing as real estate. I've got one checking account for income and expenses and a savings account where I save money for taxes. For both real estate and YouTube, I set aside 30% for taxes, so when tax season comes, I am fully prepared to pay the taxes. The last account I have is with Yada, which is kind of like a hybrid checking and savings account that essentially gamifies your savings. So I use this for personal savings towards new purchases and emergency funds. The great thing about Yada is that it's all in one account, which I can save in and earn a base interest that goes up dramatically when I win prizes each week. They also just rolled out a debit card that has some benefits. So if you're looking to sign up for Yada, learn more about it, click the link down below to get 100 free tickets when you sign up. As far as investments go, I'm not really investing a whole lot right now. I find myself getting a better return putting the money back into my YouTube channel or furthering my realtor career. However, I do have 2 investment accounts that I put a little bit of money in. The first account is my Roth IRA at Fidelity. Before I got into real estate, I was working construction, and during that time, I would set aside about $500 a month to try and max out my Roth IRA by the end of the year. Now I'm taking most of that money, investing it back into YouTube and real estate. The next investment account I have is with Webull, and I really don't put much money in there. I'll buy like a little bit of Bitcoin, maybe if I just want to play around, like with some penny stocks or something. Like I said, I'm not really investing a whole lot at the moment. However, if you click the link down below and sign up for Webull, they will give you 2 free stocks valued all the way up to $2,000. Lastly, let's talk about credit cards. The 2 credit cards I'm really using at the moment are the Apple credit card and the Discover It card. The Apple card gives me 1% cash back on everything, 2% cash back when I use Apple Pay, I believe, and another 3% cash back when I buy Apple products or shop at select merchants. The Discover It card gives me 1% cash back on everything and 5% cash back on revolving categories every quarter. So I really just use these cards to help me build my credit, keep the utilization rate pretty low. And eventually I want to get a business credit card. I really don't know too much about it. So if you guys got any recommendations, definitely let me know. Truth is, I can't keep track of every single penny on my own, so the first app that I use is called Personal Capital. It's 100% free, and the great thing is it links to all of my bank accounts, credit cards, investment accounts, whatever it is, and shows me how much I spend on each category: food, travel, auto, insurance, whatever it is. So I can go in there and track where every single dollar is going, and it updates my net worth in real time. The second app I use is Credit Karma, and I use this, just to track my credit score and my credit history. So it pairs with all my credit cards, auto loans, etc., and shows me my outstanding balances, my on-track payments, my utilization rate, all that stuff, and even the real-time worth of my car. So I'll check this a couple times a month just to see where I'm at with my credit score and how I'm improving. Lastly, I'll use Google Sheets and a whiteboard for my budget. Now, even though I like to track my expenses and stuff, I'm really not like a meticulous budgeter. I don't think it's a big deal in the grand scheme of things if I want to go and spend $5 on a cup of coffee, or make a few impulse purchases. So I just like to budget, see where my expenses are coming from, and then just, kind of plan from there. So if you're less of a spreadsheet, or whiteboard person, then try looking into the app YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget. Even though I can track everything with personal capital, there's still a side of me that likes looking at a spreadsheet and like visualizing, all the numbers laid out. So this is how I visualize my personal and business expenses and income, you name it. If you'd like to download the format I'm using, I will link it down below for free. It's just like a Google spreadsheet. You can make it Microsoft Excel if you'd like. It's nothing fancy. I just came up with it in probably about 20 minutes, but this is what I use. I do want to preface this by saying that the numbers on the spreadsheet are what I anticipate for next month. However, I honestly can't be sure. For example, like with the YouTube course, we did about $1,200 in pre-launch sales. And so when it launches again in November, I just need to do another $2,300 in order to hit that $3,500 number, which I don't think will really be an issue. But like I said, I can't really be sure, so I'm just anticipating. I should also be closing on a small property next month, which should bring in about $3,000 before tax. All right, so let's dive into the spreadsheet and I'll try and explain it the best that I can. It's not the best, okay? So up here, I've got my pre-tax income from my different income sources. So that'll be YouTube ad revenue. And like I said, these are just estimates. I really don't know what it's gonna be like next month. Affiliates, the YouTube course, YouTube sponsorships. Oh my God, please get me some sponsors. I haven't had a single sponsor reach out. Real estate commission, like I said, I should be closing on a property. And miscellaneous, if I might sell something on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. So this is what it is looking like before tax. Then past this blue line is where I track my YouTube and real estate income and expenses. There's really not very many expenses for YouTube and real estate. So income is going to be ad revenue, affiliates, and the course before tax. Expenses is $39 a month for Teachable. That's to host the course. $9 a month for TubeBuddy to help me optimize my videos and stuff. $33 for Adobe products like Photoshop and Adobe Premiere Pro. And then I save 30% for taxes. That's about $1,500 in this case. And then miscellaneous, $50. Sometimes things come up, you never know. So expenses for YouTube come out to $1,592. So out of the $5,000 gross, I am left with about $3,400. Moving over to real estate, I close on that house. It's gonna be about $3,000. Expenses for real estate, pretty low, $48 MLS fee. If you don't know what the MLS is, if you're not a realtor, this is where we get access to all the properties on the market and get information for our buyers and sellers. Zoom is $16. I do a lot of Zoom calls. So I've got the Pro plan. So I got, unlimited time as well as some other features. EXP, that's the brokerage I'm with, and they charge an $85 monthly fee. Again, save 30% for taxes. It's about $900 in this scenario. Miscellaneous, about $250. Sometimes I gotta go to lunch with people. Sometimes other things come up. You never really know. So $250 for that. Expenses are about $1,300, and I'm left with about $1,700 from the $3,000. So taking that $3,400 net from YouTube and $1,700 net from real estate, that is what I pay myself, after saving for taxes and everything. And that amount is $5,100. And yeah, pretty much $5,100. Then an extra $100, like I said, I might sell some stuff. I might make a little bit extra money on the side. Who really knows? So let's call it $5,200. My old car kind of broke down unexpectedly, so I had to get a newer car last month. So car registration, $1,900. It is what it is, but that kind of hurts. These are some of my monthly expenses. I'm blessed to still live at home, so I don't have to pay rent, but I pay the other expenses. So I don't have a whole lot of subscriptions. Hulu and Spotify, $13, $11 respectively. My phone bill with Sprint Unlimited is $72 a month. Planet Fitness, $11. Car insurance, $175. I had to upgrade to full coverage with a newer car, which sucks, but it is what it is. Car payment is $345, which is kind of high, but not too shabby. Gas is $75. The car's really good on gas, so I don't have to fill up a lot. Honestly, $75 is probably being generous. I could probably get away with $50. Food is about $150. Personal stuff, haircuts, clothes. I really don't go shopping a whole lot, like for clothes and stuff. So I put in $100 there. Miscellaneous and entertainment. Like I said, sometimes things come up. Sometimes I want to go have fun. So I put in $200 there. So next month's expenses are looking to be about $3,000. And take the income that I got minus my expenses. This is what I'm going to set aside for savings, and that's what I'm going to put in Yada, that app that I mentioned earlier. My kind of lofty goal for the end of the year is to get my income to a consistent $5,000 a month, for more stable sources rather than real estate. Real estate's great, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I'll close a house and then not close one for a little while. So I want it, to come from like YouTube revenue, AdSense, affiliates, YouTube courses, sponsorships, stuff like that. Then at least I know that no matter what, I'll have about $5,000 coming in. By the end of next year, that number should be $15K from YouTube ad revenue, course sales, hopefully some investments. And if you're serious, about starting a YouTube channel, click the link down below to check out some of the equipment that I use and see, if it's a good fit for you. And be sure to sign up for the launch wait list for my YouTube course launching next month. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram to tune into my weekly live streams. And don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued all the way up to $2,000 with Webull when you click the link and sign up below.